Hey ho guys, I'm Tongar GameGlaz, and today I'll tell you everything about endgame in Devilian. So, you just hit it 52 level. Currently it's maximum level, but soon after a month or so it will be 54, and maximum level would be 60 one day. What does it mean? It means that don't be too serious to your equipment, because it could be changed when there would be new cap. There would be a lot of change. So your best equipment, which you farm like 1 month, it could become nothing in all second. Yeah. So you just hit it level 52. What you have to do, if you have your account unlimited, if you could trade at auction, if you could use auction, you just go here and you have to buy Fallen Star gear. Fallen Star gear, it's basic gear for 52 level. So it's not, it's basic, but it's not here basic, but it's actually basic. So it's blue gear. It's set which called Fallen Star, and when you get 8 pieces you got not bad bonuses. So it's your start. I'll show you at my guildmates maybe. For example, Somerset, it's our new guy, or girl, I'm sorry. So Somerset has just random items for level 50, 46. So when you just hit 52, you have to change all these items to Fallen Star. How you could do it if you do not have if you didn't unlimit your account. To unlimit your account, I have special guide. You could just put something at your marketplace. So to unlimit your account, to have possibility to buy at auction, you need just to buy something in marketplace. So for example, I just put $5 to this game and I unlimit my account. So if you can't unlimit your account, you have just go and farm at heroic dungeons. It's right now 4 heroic dungeons, and here you could find a lot of blue Fallen Star gear, and it's quite easy to go, and I recommend to go to Necromantic Laboratory. Right now it's the most simplest dungeon. Necromantic Laboratory, it's the most simplest, and all people, they farm Necromantic Laboratory at heroic and at hell, everywhere. So after you go to this Necromantic Laboratory, like I think maybe 30 times, you would get full set of Fallen Star if you can't buy it at auction. If you could buy, just buy it. It costs like 150 or 200 silver per piece, and yeah, it's very good to have this set. But look carefully at your parameters, because they could vary from one item to another. So the same item could have different parameters, and it's quite important to find good items with good bonuses. So it's even blue items, they're not all the same. Not all the same, this Fallen Star. Second thing which you have to start do at 52 level, it's your artifacts. I have separate guide for artifacts, so you could look at my guide. But what you need to do, you need to go level 3 for all your artifacts. To go level 3 for all your artifacts, you would need a lot of G2 gems. Gems in Devilian has several tiers, so it's tier 1, G1, tier 2, this one, G2, and tier 3 and etc. So actually you have to craft your artifact. Please look my guide about artifacts, I tell a lot of useful information. So at maximum level you have to craft all your artifacts and upgrade them till tier 3. It's easy to do because you need a lot of G2 gems, and you have a lot of them. Also use your alone tiers for it to upgrade them, and isle tiers if you could if you could acquire them, because it costs a lot of real money. Yeah, you could buy for real money them, as they are quite rare. So another thing about this things, it's what you have to do at maximum level. You have to up your resistance. So to up your resistance, you have to craft special essences. I have special guide for it too, so I wouldn't tell much. Also at maximum level, you would start your kind of paragon system like in Diablo 3. So you continue to gain experience, and you have to put it in proficiencies. I have special guide about proficiencies, so I wouldn't tell much about it. So next thing, you got your artifacts, you got your Fallen Star gear, you build up a resistance. You don't need all resistance at first. You need only ice resistance, because ice resistance is resistance for Necromantic Laboratory. So at first what you need, build only ice resistance, and then you would build another one. So then when you have full Fallen Star, you would go to Necromantic Laboratory, because to go here at Hell, yeah, you could go Hell dungeons. Hell dungeons, you could go there when you have required item level 895. You see it's written here, So again, 4 types of dungeons. Necromantic Laboratory, it's the easiest one, the fastest one, so go farm Necromantic Laboratory, and you now would hunt butchery gear. Butchery gear is great gear, and it's very hard to acquire because it's dropped not really often. To have it often, you have to find such dungeon bounty potions. It would receive your percentage of drop. To get it, good option to go Infinitive Hunting Grounds. I farmed 300 such potions, guys. So you could go here. I have separate guide about Infinite Hunting Grounds. Watch it, because it's very long story how to go there correctly. Do not use search for party for EHG, it's not right thing. So with these potions, you could have very good chances to get your butchery. At this time, I hardly recommend you to join guild, because Devilian, it's guild-based game, and you need to find guild which suits for you. There are a lot of hardcore, casual, semi-hardcore guilds, and just try to find your own one. And why? Because when you join guild, you would have very important, very good daily quests. Look at these rewards. It's really serious rewards. Devil Dungeon would give you 3-4 games. So every day, if you do these guild quests, you would receive like 30 or more gold, if you would count this magic dust to gold. So you could have a lot of gold in very small time. So it's very important to join guild, because it would help your character to develop. So you join guild and you start to doing your guild daily quests, and you start to find your first butchery items. When you do it, it's important to make your artifacts better, because artifacts, they give you huge bonuses. So your goal to get artifact like +6. More than +6, it's very hard to do, but +6, it's quite reliable. So another thing, you have to go to Abyssal Tower. Every day it's like a job. Nothing else, it's not so important. Like, okay, even guild daily quests, they give you a lot of wealth, but they not so much influence at your character development. But actually in this game, a lot of influence you get from your Devilian form. And to make your Devilian form stronger, you have to go to Abyssal Tower every day and do your 10 levels. So It's very important to do your 10 levels because it gives you huge amount of experience. Look, even every level could give you like 10,000 souls. So it's very good to build up your character, and also you would have great reward by mail for this Abyssal Tower. So you must go there every day. It's like if you want to build your character, you have to grind it. So what else? At maximum level, it's very important to do everything you have to do with daily quests. So if you want to go PvP, go there with daily quests. A lot of daily quests, they all give you decent reward, so it would help you. Because if before 52 level you have a lot of gold, at 52 level you do not have any gold. When you try to gain your resistance, when you upgrade artifacts, you just spend huge amount gold. Also at 52 level you have to stop salvaging items because it costs a lot. So no, this one, it's cheap one. Let me show you. Yeah, Fallen Star. Look, if you would salvage level 52 item, you have to pay like sometimes more than 200 silver, and it's too much. Just sell all items which you found and all equipment which you do not need. So next thing important, you would start when you farm hell dungeons. When you farm hell dungeons, you would get runes. These runes, it's like this one triangle. You have to save good runes, runes with good parameters, because you could change with these runes, you could change parameters of your items. So for example, you see this item would change parameter of my boots. I do not want to do it right now, but you have to collect good runes for you. It's very essential, very important. Also, I made guide about this, about everything. So main thing here, if you're interested in something particular, you could watch my guides, but main thing here, it's daily grind. Yeah, it's very grindy PvE here. And also you could go PvP. PvP is great and interesting for me, I like it. And also you get good rewards there, but only if you take in first places, then you would have good rewards, but if you last place you wouldn't get it. So important thing here is to participate in your guild activities like guild war. So it's kind of important. You see, we are very small guild, that's why we have problems with winning. Yes, so another thing, it's guild raid. You could join every day, you could join guild raid, and it give you very super good rewards, and it's very easy to acquire them. You do not need to win, you have to participate, and you would receive very good rewards in guild dungeon. And yes, finally, when you hit when you collect butchery, a lot of butchery items, you would get level 955. It's level when you could go to, you see, Archjavel dungeon, Agony Device. It's top dungeon, it's the most complex dungeon right now. And yes, you have to go there. You have to go there with maximum resistance. All resistance has to be maximum. So yeah, there you could find agony, you could find tragedy items, and these tragedy items actually right now they are the best. Maybe sooner they would be less good because new updates coming. Main thing of your character is not really item level. Yeah, it's important to go to the next dungeon. So what I could recommend, yes, try to get item level 955 as soon as possible. So these butchery items, try to get them as soon as possible, because butchery, actually right now butchery is harder to obtain then tragedy, because tragedy you could farm it with just killing trash. I'll make about this another guide. So when you get it, it's important to increase your gear score. It's just upgrading your artifacts. It's your upgrading your talismans. Also, I have big guide about talismans. So it's very important to upgrade not only your items but artifacts and talismans, because they influence a lot at your character. So that's it, guys. I think I told everything about endgame in general. So please write your comments. I'll make another video guides about Devilian. I'll tell about tips and tricks of this game. There are a lot of tips of tricks in this game which I know, and I'll tell about them in my next video. So thank you very much, guys. It was Dangar GameGlaz. Please write your comments below. Have a good grind. Bye bye.